Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio, everybody. My name is Chief here, and with me, as always, is Mike Honcho and Juicy, but Mike's at work, so we're just going to have to do it without him today. Unless he does give us a call, then, well, we could probably work this out some way or another. Now, how you doing today, Juicy?
Well, I'm just fine, I suppose. How's everybody else doing out there?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's a beautiful day today, don't you agree?
Yeah, but it's a little bit on the warm side for a December day.
Yeah, I mean, my phone is telling me it's 79 degrees outside. I don't know how accurate that is, but, I mean, that's the weather impression I get out here today.
It's definitely windy.
It's definitely windy. I went outside earlier today, but just been kind of taking it easy today. Finals week is over with for me, so I don't have really much to talk about, so I was gonna maybe not do this episode today on this time because I had a final at Friday at 2, but my teacher said, no, we're not doing that because y'all already worked on a hometown project, which we had to do. We had to go back to our hometown, and we had to gather all this historical information. It's my Louisiana geography class, which was very interesting. And what we did was I had to do my report on Ville Platte, since that's my hometown, and find all kind of historical data, put that all in there, find out what the soil type is of Evangeline Parish, and do all kind of historical information. And Juicy, with your hometown being Eunice, Ville Platte and Eunice had a little bit of a fight back in the day.
Yeah, I know they had a little bit of a fight back in the day. I think
It was for parish seat.
I'm not too quite sure what it was about. I think it was something about parish line or something, maybe, or who should be parish seat.
It was parish seat. That's what it was. That's what I read. Louisiana College had ran a thing on it. It was very interesting to me. I thought it was cool. They had that go on. It was so great. Let's see. Let me get back to where I'm on the studio here, which was very interesting. Yeah, I don't know why I have two studios pulled up. This doesn't make any sense. Okay. Yeah, but by the way, what we were talking about here, I mean, we have two... Okay, back to what we were talking about, Ville Platte and Eunice. Eunice and Ville Platte were having a discussion about which one to be a parish seat. Evangeline Parish got carved out of a St. Landry Parish because St. Landry Parish was this big, giant blob of land in the middle of it. And the people that lived in what is now Evangeline Parish wanted to be closer to like the parish seat, since it'd take them a long time to get to Opelousas, because that was a long... You don't know where that's at, go find a map, because I'm not going to sit here and try to explain it to y'all, but either way, it took them a long time. This is back in the 1900s, 1912, which is pretty interesting. And they had a long time getting to the post office to go do their mail, their taxes, or whatever they needed to do there. Well, they decided to go vote on a new parish. Eunice got upset that they did not get picked as the parish seat. That's why they got the boundary like it is today. That's the sum of the story.
Yeah, I think that was something about it.
Yeah, that was the whole sum. So if Eunice would have been okay, they would have been Evangeline Parish today. Funny how things work like that.
Yeah,
All right. Okay, Juicy, you ready for your first bowl pick?
ready for it.
All right. The New Mexico Bowl, Arizona versus New Mexico. We have our Fox Sports fantasy game going on, college. I think it's what's it called? College something, College Bowl Mania, College Bowl Pick'em, or something like that. It's something like that on Fox Sports.
Pick'em or something like that.
So join our Fox page, and we have I think 10, 15 members right now. So I mean, you got a whole week left until you can actually sign up and actually participate in this. We love to have y'all compete against me and Juicy, see who's actually right. So, Juicy, who you got in that first game?
Arizona, New Mexico.
Yeah.
I got Arizona winning that game. I think it's a big mismatch. New Mexico being and I think New Mexico's in y'all's conference, huh?
That's New Mexico State. New Mexico's in the Mountain West, I believe.
Oh, yeah, but I still think it's a big mismatch. I think Arizona's played a lot better teams, a lot bigger schools. I see this will be a blowout. Give me Arizona in this one.
That one's at 2 o'clock on December the 19th. I got Arizona winning this game. They're 6-6 this year. I don't think New Mexico has enough to pull this off. Even though New Mexico historically hasn't really been that good of a football team, they got 7-5 this year. Congratulations, didn't make a bowl game, and that's the way it should be. I mean, you got to reward bowl games. They have, I think, 3, 5, and 7 teams going bowling this year. Now, which brings me to another question. Yeah, Juicy, what do you think about them 5 and 7 teams? Do you think they should even be able to play in bowl games?
Well,
Or do you think I think we have too many bowls.
I think if you're a larger school, I think you should stay out of bowl games if you're 5 and 7. But smaller schools, you get a chance to represent yourself on national TV and help the program out. It broadcasts the program nationally. I think it's good for a small school, but for a big school, no, it just hurts you as a program.
Well, that's a very good point.
If you lose that game.
Yep. The second bowl we're picking is the Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl. They have BYU versus Utah. I have Utah winning this one. They're number 20 in the country. Who you got, Juicy?
I got Utah winning this one as well, but I think was it BYU that upset Utah earlier in the year? I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think back on BYU's schedule. They did pull 2 Hail Marys back-to-back weeks earlier this year.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it was Utah one of them.
I don't know. Don't remember. I think Utah was undefeated, though, for a while.
Yeah, no, Utah blew out Oregon, but yeah, give me Utah to win this game. BYU's had a pretty good year, but I think there's another one of those games where they're mismatched, but BYU has pulled off some upsets against teams that we all thought they were mismatched against.
All right, this will be
Utah in this game.
This will be very interesting here. This next game coming up, the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama, December 19th at 5:30. You got the Ohio Bobcats taking on Appalachian State Mountaineers. MAC versus Sunbelt. Who you got, Juicy?
I remember on my college pick'em, I picked Ohio over Appalachian State, even though I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it'll be kind of a high scoring game, to be honest with you, but I think Ohio's got enough in the tank to pull off a 7-point victory, I say, over Appalachian State.
I disagree with you, Juicy. I'm going with Appalachian State to knock off Ohio. Appalachian State's got a pretty good quarterback in Tyler Lamb, who's been pretty good for them. They got a pretty good running back over there at Appalachian State, too, and they got a pretty good offensive line. I think they'll be able to dominate the battle up front and be able to give Appalachian State their first FBS Bowl victory, so it's going to be interesting. Appalachian State would have went bowling last year, but they had to sit out a year for an FCS, FBS. Once you transfer over, you got to sit out a year to get eligible to go to bowl games. So, yeah, I got the Mountaineers winning that one. Next game, Auto Nation Cure Bowl, San Jose State versus Georgia State. This is Georgia State's first appearance in a bowl game, so congratulations to them. Which they had to pull an upset to beat Georgia Southern, which a lot of people thought they were going to get destroyed, including me. I was impressed. Who you got?
Georgia Southern.
What?
They didn't just upset Georgia Southern, they destroyed Georgia Southern.
Yeah, they did destroy Georgia Southern. It's a rivalry game, too, so I guess we could have threw that in there.
I got Georgia State winning this game. I don't know too much about either one of the schools, to be honest with you, but I think Georgia State's had a Cinderella year, and I think Cinderella will continue to be with them for this bowl game.
Man, Juicy, we're picking against each other a lot this week, apparently. Well, yeah, going to the bowl games, I got San Jose State pulling the win over Georgia State. Arm Knuckles been pretty good for Georgia State this year. He's been a pretty good quarterback, but they've been kind of spotty on defense. And I think San Jose State takes advantage of it. They're one of the 5 and 7 teams that did get bowl eligible, but I think they're going to pull it together in the Cure Bowl to knock off Georgia State. Well, already starting to disagree. Not so fast a lot of times here. The RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl will be.
Arkansas State versus Louisiana Tech.
Yep. It's going to be a very interesting bowl game. This is the first time in 4. Yeah, I think this will be a really good game here. Arkansas State won the Sun Belt this year. They're Sun Belt Conference champions. The first time in 4 years that my Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns won't be going to this bowl game, which...
Won't be going to any bowl game.
Yeah. This is on Saturday. Let's see, wait. Oh, we got Mike Honcho. We got Mike Honcho, guys.
What you want, Dick?
Hey, we're on the air, Mike. Oh, you need to chill out, Mike. We're on the air.
Restart.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Yeah.